You know, one of the questions I get most often is, do the horses and cows all get along? No, they don't, actually. They try and stick to their own species as much as they can. They, you know, very rarely interact with each other unless they need to or have to. It's one reason why cowboys always rode horses. You know, and everybody's always thinking, well, you know, the cow's so much bigger with the horns. Well, size doesn't always have anything to do with it. So I got a rooster over there named Whiskey that would take on any of them. So, they get along when they're eating. You know, they get to chase each other from one pile to the other. Which brings up the video that you're about to see. I was out here giving everybody some hay the other day, and later on I went back inside and I was looking at the videotape that I'd shot, and I'd noticed that cows, specifically Highlands, have a very strict hierarchical society. Usually begins with the oldest and the wisest, you know, and goes down from there. And that's one of the reasons why scientists think that they're so docile, is because pretty much everybody knows their place. You know, and there's very rarely any challenges to authority. You know, and when they are, they're taken care of quickly. But when you throw the horses in, it's a whole other mix. The horses have their own structure. Here, Shiloh, the big mare there, she's queen of the pasture. So everybody else is submissive to her. And when I was out feeding them the other day, they were all basically standing around in a circle, except for her. And she came over, and Kylo was the first one to see her. He looked over his left shoulder, and because of her position in the herd, he went to move. And the second that he went to move, all the other animals picked up their feet, and they all moved in a counterclockwise direction. Once they each took the one in front of them's place, that left Hamish basically coming up behind Shiloh in the circle. So rather than doing that and challenging her, he peels off to the outside. I've seen him do it before. It's always been kind of fascinating to watch, but I've always seen it from the inside of the circle, and watching the videotape was a whole other perspective for me. Come on, Kylo.